Laziness isn't about being tired. It's about being trapped in sadness. I didn't understand that at first. I thought I was simply unmotivated, weak, or just not disciplined enough. But the truth was darker. I remember mornings when I couldn't get out of bed. The blinds were still closed at noon, and my phone was in my hand, endless scrolling while the hours slipped away. Each swipe made me feel more guilty, more stuck. I told myself I was just resting, but deep down, I knew I was hiding. It wasn't my body that was heavy, it was my heart. The worst part wasn't the wasted time. It was the quiet voice inside me saying, "You're falling behind and everyone else is moving forward." That guilt didn't motivate me, it paralyzed me. But here's what I learned: laziness is rarely the real problem. It's sadness wearing a mask, and once you know how to break the cycle, you don't just get your energy back, you get your life back. By the end of this video, I'll show you exactly how to rebuild yourself step by step and finally stop being lazy and sad. The hidden root of laziness. For the longest time, I blamed myself for being lazy. I thought I lacked discipline, that I just didn't have the willpower other people seem to carry so easily. But the truth revealed itself slowly. My laziness wasn't from a lack of strength, it was from sadness. I wasn't too tired to move. I was too heavy with emotions I hadn't faced. Every undone task, every missed opportunity was less about failure and more about pain sitting quietly inside me. I remember talking to my friend Olivia one evening. She confessed, "I'm not lazy, I'm hurting." And her words hit me like a mirror. It wasn't that we couldn't move, it was that sadness had wrapped itself around us like chains, making every step feel impossible. Laziness, I realized, is often pain in disguise. And once you understand that truth, you stop punishing yourself and start asking the real question: how do you break this cycle? I remember the first day I forced myself out of bed when I didn't want to. I told myself I'd just make a cup of tea, nothing more. But that one small step turned into another. I opened the blinds, I stretched a little, I even went outside for a walk. By the time I came back, I felt more alive than I had in weeks. That's when I realized something powerful. Energy doesn't come first. Action does. We don't move because we feel energized. We feel energized because we move. My friend Emma went through the same thing. She used to feel stuck in her sadness, but she started taking short walks every morning, just 10 minutes at first, and slowly, those walks became her therapy. She told me, "I didn't wait to feel better. I walked until I did." That's the truth. Movement creates energy, not the other way around. But what happens when motivation disappears again and you feel yourself slipping back? One of the things that saved me was learning to celebrate small victories. For so long, I thought progress had to be massive. I wanted to change my entire life overnight. But every time I failed, I sank deeper into sadness. So I started smaller, cleaning my room, finishing a single task, even just making my bed. I treated each of these like they mattered, and slowly they did. Each little win gave me proof that I could move forward, even if it was just one step at a time. My friend Sophia discovered the same truth. She used to set huge goals and then collapse under the pressure. But when she switched to small, daily goals, like reading a few pages or cooking a meal, her confidence grew. She told me it wasn't the size of the win, it was the consistency that changed me. That's the secret. Success doesn't start with giant leaps. It begins with small, consistent actions. But how do those small wins change the way you feel inside? There came a point when I realized my body wasn't tired. My emotions were. I carried too much heaviness, and it showed up as laziness. So I started journaling, pouring my thoughts onto paper. Instead of letting them circle endlessly in my mind, I began meditating, even if just for a few minutes, and with every breath, I released a little of what was weighing me down. Slowly, the fog started to lift. Laziness wasn't the enemy. It was the signal that I needed an emotional reset. My friend Rachel found her own way through therapy. She told me that having a safe place to unpack her feelings gave her structure to move again. I thought I was lazy, she admitted, but I was just buried under emotions I never faced. That's the truth. Clearing your emotions clears the fog that makes you feel stuck. And if you want more powerful shifts like this, subscribe. You don't want to miss what's next. But what about when the sadness feels permanent, like it will never end? The truth is, laziness almost always disappears the moment you find a purpose. I remember when my days felt empty, dragging on with no meaning. Every little task felt pointless, and that's why I stayed stuck. But the moment I discovered something bigger to work toward, a vision that actually mattered to me, I couldn't sit still anymore. I had energy I didn't know I had. Purpose turned my heaviness into momentum. My friend Mia went through something similar. She was drowning in sadness until she started a passion project she had always dreamed about. What began as a small hobby quickly became her reason to get up in the morning. She told me it wasn't motivation that saved me, it was purpose. Once I had that, laziness had no place in my life. That's the secret. Purpose fuels movement. When you know why you're moving, the how takes care of itself. But what if you don't know your purpose yet? I noticed something important on my journey. The people around me had a huge impact on how I felt. When I surrounded myself with negative, draining people, I became lazier. Their complaints, their hopelessness, it all rubbed off on me. I didn't realize how much their energy was pulling me down until I stepped away. The truth is, laziness often isn't yours alone. It's borrowed from the people you let close. My friend Amelia went through the same thing. She told me how unmotivated she felt when she spent time with friends who never wanted to grow. But when she started spending time with motivated, uplifting people, she felt different. Suddenly, she wanted to move, to create, and to live again. She said, their energy became my energy. That's the reality. Energy is contagious. Who you spend time with either drains you or drives you. But what if you're still alone in this? How do you keep moving when it's just you? For the longest time, I thought guilt would push me to change. Every time I wasted a day, I told myself I was worthless, hoping the shame would motivate me. But it only made me sink deeper. The more I punished myself, the harder it became to move. One day, I tried something different. Instead of calling myself lazy, I told myself, you're hurting, but you're still trying. That kindness broke the chains shame had wrapped around me. With compassion, I finally had space to grow. My friend Evelyn learned the same lesson. She used to beat herself up for every unfinished task, but when she stopped punishing herself and gave herself grace, she naturally became more productive. She told me it wasn't guilt that got me moving, it was kindness. That's the truth. Compassion is the antidote to laziness. When you forgive yourself, you free yourself. But is there one final truth that ties everything together and changes everything? The turning point came the day I finally chose to change. I told myself I couldn't keep living the same story, and from that moment, I never looked back. Change didn't come from waiting, it came from deciding. My friend Luna experienced the same. She admitted her life only shifted when she made the choice to stop staying stuck, she said. The moment I chose differently, everything around me began to move, and she was right. You are not lazy, you are waiting for the moment you choose differently. The truth is, Laziness was never the problem. Sadness was. For years, I blamed myself until I realized healing was the key. The moment I stopped carrying shame and started tending to my wounds, I felt energy return. Every scar, every struggle, every small win turned into strength. Looking back, I see it clearly. It was never laziness. It was always sadness disguised as stillness. So, are you ready to stop being lazy and start living? You were never lazy, only tired of carrying pain. Every healed wound adds strength. Subscribe and comment your first small win today.